Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraya Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavatir Naishtaki. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Summum Bonum, Chapter 53, Krishna kidnaps Rukmini. So we will be reading from text 40 to 46. So 46 we will recite together. From 40 to 45 I will read, then we will do the recitation. Text 40 and 41. Padbhyam viniryayu drishtam bhavanyaha pada pallavam sarchanudyayati samyan mukunda charanambujam yatavan matrubhi sardam sakhibhi parivaritaha gupta raja bathai surai Sannadhyai udyata yudhai Mridanga shanka panavas Turya bheryas jagnire. Translation. Rukmini silently went out on foot to see the lotus feet of the deity Bhavani, accompanied by her mothers and girlfriends and protected by the king's valiant soldiers who held their upraised weapons at the ready. She simply absorbed her mind in the lotus feet of Krishna, and all the while mridangas, conch shells, panavas, horns and kettle drums resounded. Nanopahara balibir varana mukya sahasrasa sraggandha vastra bharanai dvajapatnai svalanka alankritaha gayantyascha stuvantascha gayaka vadyavadaka parivaryavadhum jagmu sutamagada vandinaha. Behind the bride followed thousands of prominent courtesans bearing various offerings and presents, along with well-adorned Brahmanas' wives, singing and reciting prayers and bearing gifts of garlands, scents, clothing and jewelry. There are also professional singers, musicians, bards, chroniclers and heralds. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that from our own quarters after the temple of Bhavani, Rukmini went by palanquin and thus was easily protected. Only for the last 12 to 15 feet from the palace to the temple area did she go on foot with royal bodyguards stationed outside the temple on all sides. Asadya devi sadanam dautapadakarambuja upaprishya suchisanta praviveshambikantikam. Upon reaching the goddess's temple, Rukmini first washed their lotus feet and hands, and then sipped water for purification. Thus sanctified and peaceful, she came into the presence of Mother Ambika. Tam vai pravayaso balam viddigya viprayoshitaha bhavanim vandayam chakrur bhavapatnim bhavanvitam. The older wives of Brahmanas, expert in knowledge of rituals, led young Rukmini in offering respects to Bhavani, who appeared with her consort, Lord Bhava. Purport. According to Acharyas, here the term Bhavanvitam indicates that Ambika's temple visited by Rukmini, the presiding deity was the goddess whose husband appeared in an accompanying role. Thus, ritual was properly performed by women. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments that the term Viddigya may be understood to mean that since the learned wives of Brahmanas knew of Rukmini's desire to marry Krishna, the verb Vandayam Chakruhu thus indicates that they have prompted her to pray for what she really wanted. In this way, like the goddess Bhavani, Rukmini could be united with her eternal male companion. Text 46. Namasye Tva Ambike Abhikshanam Swa Santana Yutam Shivam Bhuyat Patihi Me Bhagavan Krishna Tat Anumodatam. This verse is spoken by Mother Rukmini. So, Mother Rukmini is praying. Namasye Tvambike Bhikshnam Namasye Tvambike Bhikshnam Swasantana Yutam Sivam Swasantana Yutam Sivam Bhuyat Patir Me Bhagavan Bhuyat Patir Me Bhagavan Krishna Tadanumodatam Krishna Tadanumodatam Namasye Tvambike Bhikshnam Swasantana Yutam Sivam Bhuyat Patir Me Bhagavan Krishna Tadanumodatam Namasye Tvambike Bhikshnam Swasantana Yutam Sivam Bhuyat Patir Me Bhagavan Krishna Tadanumodatam Namasye Tvambike Bhikshnam Swasantana Yutam Sivam Bhuyat Patir Me Bhagavan Krishna Tadanumodatam. Krishna Tadanumodatam Sasantana Yutam Sivam Bhuyam Krishna Tadanumodatam Swasantanayutam Sivam Bhuyat Patirme Bhagavan Krishna Tadanumodatam Namaste Tvambike Bhikshnam Swasantanayitam Sivam Yapatirme Bhagavan Krishna Tadanumodatam Namaste Tvambike Bhikshnam Swasantanayitam Sivam Bhuyapatirme Bhagavan Krishnastadanumodatam Anashyatambike Bhikshma Sasantanayutam Sivam Bhuyapatirme Bhagavan Krishnastadanumodatam Matajis Namasye Tvambike Bhikshnam Swasantanayutam Sivam Bhuyapatirme Bhagavan Namasye Tvambike Bhikshnam Swasantanayutam Bhuyat Patirme Bhagavan Krishnastadanumodatam. What word meaning? Namasya. I offer my obeisances. Tva to you. Ambike. O Ambika. Abhikshnam. Constantly. Swa. Your. Santana, children, Yutam, along with Shivam, the wife of Lord Shiva, Bhuyat, may become, Patihi, husband, may, my, Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, Krishna, Krishna, Tat, that Anumodatam, please allow. Translation. Princess Rukmini prayed, O Mother Ambika, wife of Lord Shiva, I repeatedly offer my obeisances unto you, together with your children. May Lord Krishna become my husband. Please grant this. Please repeat responsibly. Princess Rukmini prayed, O Mother Ambika, wife of Lord Shiva, I repeatedly offer my obeisances unto you, together with your children. May Lord Krishna become my husband. Please grant this. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkrapatamaham Bande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Vanchakalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pastacha Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In this section of Srimad Bhagavatam, we are discussing about how Mother Rukmini, wanting to have Krishna as her husband, was undergoing this entire process of getting Krishna. So, we have read how the king of Vidarbha, with the capital of Kaundanyapu, there is a place called Kaundanyapu, near Amravati, district Amravati, not far from Nagpur, Vidarbha. That was the capital city of Bhishmaka, father of Rukmini. So, Bhishmaka had 5 sons and 1 daughter. The daughter is Rukmini. The eldest son was Rukmi. So, we have discussed how Rukmini, by hearing the wonderful glories of Lord Krishna, SriSriRadhaRasbihariTemple ki, Shri Sitaram Lakshmanaman ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hearing the wonderful glories of Lord Krishna, which was recited in the courthouse of Bhishmaka by saintly persons, she wanted to have Krishna as her husband, desiring to have. This desire was not very secret, it was known to everyone. But Rukmi did not want it. Rukmi was the eldest son. He did not want it. He wanted his sister to be married to one of his friends. If you have good friends, then you are very favorable to your friends. His friend was Shishupal. Sometimes the eldest son influences the decision in the family. Even though Bhishmaka did not really like the idea of getting Rukmini married to Shishupal, because Rukmi was pressurizing. Said, no, this cannot happen. Something like we see in the story of Sakshi Gopal. 2 Brahmanas, they went to Tirtha Yatra, and the elder Brahmana, aristocratic Brahmana. Brahmana also there are classes, aristocratic Brahmana, well-to-do Brahmana, elderly. So he was served by not so well-to-do poor Brahmana, young poor Brahmana. But he promised him in Vrindavan, because you are doing nice service to me, I am very pleased with you. So I will give some dan dana. I will give Kanika dan. Giving the daughter in charity is Kanika dan. So when we go back, I will give in charity. No, I may not match with your aristocracy. No, I am not sorry. No, I am father. I will give. When he went home, when he told his family, they said, no, not doing. Mismatch. We are aristocratic and he is a poor. What is this? Our status kya hai? Prestige, what is this? He said, no, I promised. If you do this, we will commit suicide. They said, what about the promise? You say that you just don't remember it. Sometimes you don't want to tell the truth, you can say that, I think I don't remember. So the elder son there also, he pressurized. And anyway, we will not go into that story. But at the end of the day, Gopal came to give Sakshi, and then he actually got married also. So here Rukmini was like that adamant elder brother of Rukmini, that no, she should get married to Shishupal. Hamara prestige hai. Iska hisab se Shishupal is matching. This Shishupal is he was born with abnormality. with 4 hands and 3 eyes like that. They said, hey, what is this? In whoever's lap he sits, this will disappear, these 2 hands and 1 eye, and that person will kill this child. That happened to be Krishna. When Krishna put him on the lap, he became normal. So it is known that he is going to die. And Shishupal's mother is Krishna's auntie actually, Vasudev's sister, Kunti's sister. Like Arjuna, similar to that Shishupal also actually. Kunti is one sister of Vasudev and Shishupal's mother is another sister actually. She said, don't kill him actually. Until he commits 100 offenses. So this Shishupal is supposed to be married with Rukmini because of his good friendship with Rukmini. Nothing else actually. So even though unwillingly Rukmini's father arranged the marriage. So when the marriage is arranged, he invited so many guests from all over. So Shishupal also came with not only alone, with his entire army, not only his army, his friends' armies also. Who are all his friends? Salva, Jarasandha, Dandavakra. You can see, birds of the same feather flock together. All similar category actually. They all came actually with their armies also. Because they knew that Rukmini wanted to marry Krishna and there can be something, They suspected Krishna may do something. He is a very mysterious person. So they all came with the army so that, if Krishna comes, they all will fight together and defeat him. Well planned. It's not that, accidentally, nothing happened accidentally. That was a well planned thing. They all were there. So, then Krishna got the letter from Rukmini saying that you please come. So, even though this marriage is going on, in the mind actually Rukmini already decided to marry Krishna. In the mind she did Swayamvara. Swayamvara means choosing your own husband, Swayamvara. She already chose. Sent a letter. Krishna read the letter. Krishna came. So when Krishna came, Balaram thought that Hare alone he is going. Balaram also came with the army. So Bhishmaka, knowing that Krishna had come, he made all the arrangement for Krishna and Balaram also. It's not a very... All the other kings, it's a royal wedding. So kings and princes from different places, they have all come. And the citizen went and met Lord Krishna and they said, this is the right match for Rukmini. What is this happening? It's like the open secret. Everybody wanted Rukmini to get married to Krishna. By seeing Krishna, all the citizens and Brahmanas' wives, they all said, no, this is the right match. But then, marriage is arranged and the process is going on. So, in the verses today, we are reading how Rukmini, from the palace, before the marriage, she is supposed to go to the temple of Ambika, Kuladevi, Kuladevata, Kuladevi, so the protector of the dynasty, go and take the blessings. So when she was going, you can see that she was having a complete protection of the valiant soldiers. Z++. Nobody can really, breach the, this protective cordon actually. With auspicious sounds, mridangas, conch shells. There's a procession going means with, nice, auspicious sounds. Sometimes in the procession you send some noise if you make people come and see outside what's happening, Any procession they make noise, sometimes meaningless noise. Here, auspiciousness to be invoked. That is why these sounds are made. And they were carrying different offerings. So a whole list of offerings along with the Brahmanas' wives, well dressed, reciting prayers and garlands and clothing and jewelry and professional singers singing and music, everything is going on. Here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that from the palace till the temple, Mother Rukmini went on the palanquin. Going in the palanquin is, very respectable. Even Prabhupada said that his mother, when she used to go for a little distance, only they used to go in palanquin. They just don't walk open in the street, actually. It may be short distance, but still going in the palanquin. What to speak of? If it was just 100 years back, what to speak? 5,000 years back. So she went in the palanquin and she has to only walk 10, 15 feet. Little, very short distance. Very short distance. And it is explained how Rukmini washed her feet before entering the temple, washing the feet and taking achaman and purification. And she came in the presence of Mother Ambika. And the wives of the Brahmanas, who are expert in rituals, they were directing Mother Rukmini and offering respect to Mother Bhavani. Here it is said that Bhavani was accompanying Bhava, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is known as Bhava. The Brahmana's wives, they knew that Rukmini wanted to marry. They were telling, just whatever you want to ask now. It's the right time to ask. You go in front of the deity, you make some prayers. Make some prayers. They were telling, now you pray what you want actually. What? She wanted Krishna, so they were giving, prompting her, this is the time you should pray. And here, Mother Bhavani, she also has to undergo a lot of trouble to get married to her husband. So it is very suitable. Lord Shiva and Parvati, they were united. So Mother Rukmini is going in front of them. You are united with your husband, eternal consort. So please, bless me also. I will be, married to my eternal consort. We see in Srimad Bhagavatam how, like Rukmini heard about Lord Krishna, she wanted to marry Krishna. In the same way, Sati, daughter of Daksha, she hearing Lord Shiva, she wanted to marry to Lord Shiva. Daksha said no. In marriages, sometimes somebody has to undergo a lot of trouble to get the thing achieved. Sati said, no, I want to marry. Said, what? Shiva? He stays in crematorium? Exactly like Rukmi, what is my status? He said, what is my status? I am Prajapati. This fellow is in crematorium. And no, not doing. So there are so many versions how she got married. Once he had a Swayamvara, because we are not discussing about marriage. He arranged a Swayamvara. Swayamvara means actually one form of marriage where the different prospective candidates, they are invited. And the girl, the bride is given an opportunity to choose whom she wants. In that they will glorify everybody. This person is like that, this king is like that, he fought so many wars, he did that. So whomever the girl likes, he looks to be very more thoughtful. Daksha invited everybody, not Lord Shiva. And he made in one version, he made a statue of Lord Shiva and kept it on the door, saying that doorkeeper bana diya. Ye doorkeeper ke liye layak hai. Ye mashan mein doorkeeper hai, idhar doorkeeper hai. But Sati heard about everybody and she went and put the garland in the Lord Shiva's head actually, neck. Daksha did not approve. He was having grudge. So much so that in Daksha Yajna, he insulted Lord Shiva so much that Mother Sati has to give up her body. I don't want this body because you are so offensive, Self-immolation, Sati. Later on, she is to be born as Parvati and so she is eternal consort. She cannot be married to somebody else. Married to Lord Shiva again. Like that, Rukmini is telling, Lord Shiva is next to you, eternal consort, and you are married. You also under in trouble, I understand that. I am in trouble now. I am going to be married to this. I don't want to be married to Sishupa. Right? Lord Krishna, please help me. So here, interestingly, we can see it is used Bhavapatnim. Bhavapatnim Bhavanvitam. Interestingly, we can see in Chaitanya Leela, Keshava Kashmiri, when he was compiling the verses in glorification of Mother Ganga, he was using the same Bhavani Bhartu. He was using Bhavani Bhartu, which means actually that, Bhavani is actually wife. Bhava is Shiva. Bhavani means Bhava's wife, Shiva's wife. Shiva's wife, Bhavani's husband. Looks like Shiva's wife's husband. So Lord Chaitanya said, what is the fault in your thing? Keshav Kashmir said, no, what is the fault? No, this is fault. You can't say that as if there is some other husband. So there cannot be some other husband. There cannot be some other husband. Here, very nicely used that Bhavapatni. Bhavapatni is wife of Bhava and Bhavanvitam. Bhartu nahi use kiya, Bhavanvitam. Accompanied by Lord Shiva. So, in this way, prompted by the wives of Brahmanas, Mother Rukmini is praying the sloka that we read today. Mother Rukmini is offering the obeisances together with your children, Ganesha and Kartikeya also, whole family. Lord Shiva, Parvati, Bhavani, Ambika, different names of Durga. And with our children, especially Swasantana, your children. You have a nice family setup. With all difficulty you settled. You have a nice family setup. Please, may Lord Krishna become my husband. Prayer. So, interestingly, we can see how the gopis in Vrindavan, they also, not only hearing about Krishna, by seeing Krishna also, they were so much attracted and attached to Krishna, they wanted to have Krishna as their husband. So they underwent Katyayani Vrat. So we hear, Katyayani is another name of Durga, Katyayani. So they go to Katyayani and pray to Mother Katyayani, entire Vrat, so that please grant Lord Krishna to be our husband. So, it is stated how they also made a very similar prayer. Nanda Gopa Sutam Devi, Nanda Gopa Sutam, Lord Krishna. Patim me kurute namaha. Please make son of Nanda Maharaj our husband. Very similar, Rukmini. So, in fact, according to our acharyas, Jiva Goswami states that Rukmini Devi is the plenary portion of Srimati Radhika. Srimati Radhika's plenary portion. So, taking this Vrat, Katyayani Vrat, they also prayed, similar to Mother Rukmini is praying here, that grant Lord Krishna to be our husband. So, Lord Krishna and his eternal consort, they get together, married, but in different pastimes, in different way they get together actually. So in this connection, there is also a story of Bhudevi, who manifested as Andal in South India. She is one of the 12 Alvars, only the female Alvar. Alvar is actually great devotees, one who is in the depth of devotion. Like we have 6 Goswami, this is 12 Alvars. So, another Alvar, Peri Alvar, he was serving Lord Vishnu, and his service was basically making garland, nice garlands. He had a garden, Tulsi garden, flower garden, and he will pick up the flowers and he will make nice garlands for the Lord. One day, in his garden, he saw a baby, he was not having children, he saw a baby girl. And he said, what is this? And he took and he was taking care of the baby girl. Her name was Anda later. She grew up and his service is to make garland and give it to the Lord. One day, when he was going to give the garland to the Lord, he saw hair, long hair, not a short hair, long hair. And he said, how is this? In this garland, hair has come. He was very worried. Is there anything going wrong? I am making garland, something is going wrong. So next day, he made the garland and he kept it. You make the garland, you keep it. Today garlands are being made, you keep it for tomorrow. Like that he kept it. And then he was observing what is happening to the garland. Then he saw this Andal, Kodai, and she came and she took the garland, she wore for herself. And she wore and went to the mirror and saw that everything is all right. Yes, nice. Then she kept it. Periyalvar was seeing that, what is this? If it is good or not, you see like this, not you wear and see. While making garland also, you let see everything is coming all right. You just see like that. You don't put it yourself and see. So this is complete nonsense. What is this? Chastise that. This is very bad. You can wear after being offered to Krishna. But before offering, what is this? This is not correct. Chastise. He said, okay. Young girl, she said, okay. He went and offered the garland to Lord Vishnu. It was not accepted by the Lord. It is falling down. You tie the garland and put it, it falls down. You will be worried. Again tie, put it. What is happening? Then the Lord came in the dream of Periyalvar. And he said, what she is doing is okay. I want to wear the garland which is worn by this girl. So, really? Yes, yes. Because you are, why you chastised her? This is okay. So better you tell her to check it whether it is all right or not. If she approves it, then you bring it to me. So in that way, she is a very special devotee who offered the garland after wearing herself. Her name in Tamil is known as Chudi Kodutha Chudar Kodiye Potri. In the Pasurams, the girl who has given the garland after wearing, special girl. So she came to the marriageable age. Then this Periyalvar said, I have to get married. No? So she said, no, I don't want to marry anybody. Huh? So then what? I want to marry Lord Vishnu. He said, what is this? I will get a nice devotee for you. No, devotee nahi chahiye. Bhagavan chahiye. He said, I don't know whether it will happen or not. So, which Bhagavan actually? In Sri Sampradaya, there are 108 Divya Desas, out of which 106 are on this planet. So, then he said, okay, let us do one thing. Like Swayamvara. In Swayamvara, what happens? You bring all the princes and you tell the glories of each prince, this person is like this person is son of this, his grandfather did this one did, he is ruling this kingdom, etc. You, introduction, glorification come introduction. So, Periyalvar started all 106 forms of Vishnu in different places, 106. He started one by one. This Lord is like this Lord is like this Lord is like this. He said, yes, good. So, he finally came to Ranganath. So he said, this is Ranganath. Ranganath was worshipped in the heavenly planets. And he came down in the dynasty of Ikshvaku Surya Vamsa, worshipped by Lord Ramchandra in Ayodhya. The Lord manifested in Ayodhya. Then when Vibhishana went for Pattabhishekam of Lord Ramachandra, everything, and Vibhishana brought this deity. The Ranganath deity was brought by Vibhishana from Ayodhya. So this is Ranganath lying down in the island made by Kaveri, etc. Said, yes, I want to marry him. ठीक है, कैसा होगा? Then Lord Ranganath comes in the dream, I am accepting. Do one thing, you bring her in procession, like we are seeing. Mother Rukmini is going in the procession like that, you bring in the procession and do all the arrangement, and then you bring it to her to Srirangam, it will be done. And he also comes in the dream of the king Pandya, saying that all this arrangement you made, royal marriage. So they are coming from their procession, so you arrange everything. So, Andal chose the deity in different pastime, different way the Lord enacts. So he chose and the Lord also accepted. So in this way, Andal was brought in a procession from quite distance actually, from Srivilliputturu to Srirangam. We have to come a quite distance. And she was brought to the temple and came in front of the deity of Ranganath, and then she went inside the altar and sat at the feet of Lord Ranganath, started serving Lord Ranganath, and slowly she disappeared from the material vision. And the Lord said to Periyalvar, your job is done. You are my father-in-law. Your daughter is married to me. So you go back to Srivilliputturu now. Your job is done. Your father's duty is done when the girl is married. Your duty you are done. Now you go back and continue your service. After that we will meet you. Back home, back to Godhead. So, this Periyalvar is none other than the manifestation of Garuda. And Andal was the Bhudevi's manifestation. So Bhudevi is also perpetual consort of Lord Vishnu. Can't be married to anybody else. So in the same way, the eternal consorts, they get married, but in different ways. Different ways. Since we are discussing about the marriages, we can also discover what are the different kinds of marriages actually. So Manu Smriti talks about there are 8 kinds of marriages. 8 kinds of marriages. Brahmo Daivasta Tataivarshaha Prajapatyas Tatasuraha Gandharva Rakshasachaiva Paishyavastamaha Smritiha. There are 8 kinds of marriages. Brahma marriage, Daiva marriage, Arsa marriage, Prajapatya marriage, Asura marriage, and Gandharva marriage, Rakshasa marriage, and Paisasa marriage. The Brahma marriage means after the boy goes to the Gurukul, he wants to get married, the father tries to find a girl. Father takes the boy to the girl and get married. That is Brahma Vivaha. Very standard process. Very standard process. The arranged marriage by the parents. finding a suitable, girl. And Daiva marriage means you wait for some time, nobody is coming to marry, then the father takes the girl and get married to somebody. Ulta. Goes to a yajna, in the yajna you finds a priest and gets married, the priest is a Daiva marriage. Girl's parents looking for the boy. Harsha marriage is the marriage where the girl is given in charity to a rishi. And in turn, the rishi gives back cows to the father. This is Harsha marriage. Prajapatya marriage is one in which the girl is married so that she can reproduce immediately and then make the dynasty to go further. In Ashura marriage, there is a mismatch between the boy and girl. The boy forces the girl's side. The boy forces the girl's side by giving some gift, wealth or something like that, so that the boy can get married. This is Ashura. This is like a bribing. Chalo, itana paisa de dega, you get your daughter married to me. And Gandharva marriage. Gandharva marriage is marriage by mutual consent. Boy and girl meet and they both get ready to get married. Love marriage. So, in Gandharva marriage, there are subdivisions. Swayamvara is also part of Gandharva marriage because the girl decides actually. Out of the options given, parents may be there to give the options, but the girl decides. That is Swayamvara. The boy also decides to come to the Swayamvara because he wants to get married. And the girl is coming and choosing one. So it's like a mutual consent, but with a proper control system. Parents are there, everybody is there. But the Swayamvara can be combined with a competition also. If you do this, then you can get married. Very difficult task sometimes. Like Mother Sita, her father Janaka decided, whoever strings the bow, Lord Shiva's bow, which was so difficult even to lift, what to speak of stringing it. Whoever strings that person will get married. It's a very difficult task setting. Obviously, Lord Ram, nobody could do it because nobody can catch the hand of Mother Sita anyway. So Lord Ram comes and tries to string actually the bow. He just takes the bow and, which nobody was lifting, he just lifts and tries to string it and it breaks also. He gets married. Oh, yes. Whoever strings, yes, tried to string it, broke. Okay. You can see in Draupadi's case, competition was that whoever can shoot actually the fish's eye, which is behind the rotating wheel, by looking at the reflection of the water, not even the mirror surface. You look here and shoot there, unless you are, it will look like, very, very difficult for any ordinary person to do. So, somebody does it. Like Arjuna, he could do it. So this is part of Gandharva because mutual consent, but there is a competition also, integral part of the system to eliminate unwanted people. You want to eliminate, then you can set a system that itna karega to ye karega. It's an elimination round. First round eliminate, like that is eliminator. So, the 7th and 8th are Rakshasa marriage, which actually Mother Rukmini herself is telling, like this you do it. She has already given the procedure also. So, in Rakshasa marriage, the girl is willing to marry a person, but others are not allowing her to marry. Then the boy, who also is willing to marry, he comes and takes the girl by force. That is Rakshasa marriage. So in this case, Rukmini wanted to marry Krishna. Not only wanted to marry, she also sent a letter inviting him to do the thing. And Krishna obviously wanted to marry because eternal consort. And Krishna comes and defeats, because marriage is going to happen. Obviously there is a lot of security. He has to defeat everybody to take. Unless you are very powerful, how can you do that? So here, the bravery has to be exhibited. You have to show that you are most powerful of all the people, so you can do that. And the last one is Paishasha, in which similar way only, but then it is by means of fraud. Girl is not willing, consent is not there. Girl is not willing to marry, but the boy comes and does a fraud and takes away, that is Paishasha. 8 kinds of marriages. So here, Rukmi wanted to have a arranged marriage of Brahma Vivaha. After 8 categories. Brahma Vivaha is the topmost. The family arranges and the marriage happens. He wanted to have a Brahma Vivaha, wherein the boys' side, they come to the girl's side, marriage is arranged, then the girl goes with the boy, Brahma Vivaha. But Rukmini, in her mind, she has already made a Gandharva Vivaha of Swayamvara. Mental mind, Swayamvara. She already decided, no, I want to marry. But finally it ended up with Rakshasa Vivaha. Because Swayamvara means, everything should happen very peacefully. Whereas Rakshasa doesn't mean anything bad about it. The process is Rakshasa. If people engaged are not Rakshasa, it's process. Because here, mutual consent is there, but the marriage happens by force. Forcefully taking by defeating the rivals. So, in this verse, we see that Mother Rukmini is praying to Ambika to get Lord Krishna as her husband. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his South India tour, he visited several temples. Every place he visited the temple and made everyone devotees there. Interestingly, he visited Lord Shiva temples. Ambika's temple, Durga's temple also he visited. So, devotees, he is setting the standard for devotees. The demigods, demigoddesses, sometimes we don't encourage the worship of demigods. Sometimes encouraging the worship of demigod is not at all permissible in any Vaishnava tradition. Don't go to demigods. Because mostly when people go to demigod, they pray for material things. It's very rare for people to go to demigod and say that, can I chant Hare Krishna? Please help me to chant Hare Krishna. Please help me to go to the lotus feet of Krishna. It's very rare. Because generally people don't do that. It's generally prohibited. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to these places to give opportunity for people there to chant Hare Krishna. And as a devotee, we can Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambhu. Going to the Lord Shiva means, you pray to Lord Shiva that please help me to become a better devotee. Help me to perform my devotional service. Mother Durga, one can go to Mother Durga. What we can do, whether we can do, yes, if at all you are willing to pray to Lord, Mother Durga and Lord Shiva for your advancement in Krishna consciousness, yes. Otherwise, no. If we go to, it is said that Katyayani Vrata, gopis were praying. They went to Katyayani. They were praying for what? To get Krishna as their husband. So we don't have to do Katyayani Vrat. The girls in ISKCON go to Katyayani. Neither you should pray that I want a materialistic husband, nor really you can pray that Krishna to be. Krishna is our perpetual husband. That is the Goloka. Here, as long as you are going to do devotional service, you can at the most pray that, please let me get a nice devotee. That is okay. Anything material is not really permissible. So in this way, here we are discussing about how Mother Rukmini prayed to Mother Ambika, because she is playing the role of a princess. So in that dynasty, they go to the Ambika temple, she goes there, but still she is praying to get Lord Krishna as her husband. And then the pastime is going to unfold, how she is going to get Lord Krishna. We'll stop here. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna. In this section, Rukmini Devi practically eloped with Krishna. Rakshasi.
You'll have to define what is eloping.
Means girl runs away with the boy.
No. Eloping means without the knowledge of anybody, you disappear. Elope.
Basically,
Okay, wait. Okay, go ahead. I will tell you what the dictionary meaning of elope.
but nowadays, if some girl elopes with a boy, it is considered very insulting to the parents, and they were banned. But we see that Rukmini Devi practically ran away with Krishna.
No, wrong. Sorry. Elope. The dictionary meaning is that run away secretly. Run away secretly in order to get married. See, eloping is, let us define elope, prohibited in ISKCON. So, eloping means the girl goes to college, saying that I am going to college, and the evening doesn't come back to home. And they wait, this doesn't come, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, not come, 1 day, 2 days, not coming. Then they figure out that in the vicinity there is a boy also is missing. The boy side also is looking. They come and ask, did you find my boy? And this fellow going and asking, did you find my girl? Arre, तुम्हारा लड़का गया, मेरा लड़की गया, लगता है दोनों साथ में गया. ये eloping है. In the case of Rukmini, it's not eloping. Let us not make terminologies according to our convenience. Rukmini expressed her desire to get married to Krishna. Father knows about it. Brother knows about it. The same Rukmi also knows about it. The citizens know about it. Brahmanas, everybody knows about it. In fact, the Brahmanis were telling, no, you pray to Bhavani to get Krishna as her husband. They are telling, it's a public thing. Except Rukmi, everybody in their family wanted Rukmini to be married to Lord Krishna. And eloping means secretly. Here, public. In the public, she is coming from the Ambika temple walking, and Krishna comes and he breaches the Izzat plus security actually. Everybody is, very powerful warriors. Not one army. Army of Jarasandha, army of Shishupala, Dandavakra, your own army. All the security, because they knew that Krishna may do some mischief. They know that Krishna is a very special person. So Krishna is already there, they also know. It appeared that Krishna has came to witness the marriage. Krishna has not come to witness the marriage, he wants to be taking the bride herself. So in front of public view, he defeated the entire army, just took it as if it is his rightful share. A rightful share. It is, I am going to marry. It's a public thing, cannot be called elope. So don't call elope. It is a public display of his, might. Especially in Kshatriya thing, whoever is the most powerful, they get, what they want to get. So in Kshatriya, among the fight, whoever is winner, they get the thing. In the same way, if you are more powerful, you defeat me. Otherwise, I am defeating you, I am taking. This is my rightful share. So Krishna exhibited a public display of his might, defeated the army of all these people, and he took away, Rukmini. This is no way connected to calling it a eloping. It's display of the might and taking and exercising your right to get your share. So that is Krishna. He doesn't have to secretly run away. No eloping. Yes.
The pastime you described about Goda Devi.
Yes.
In Andhra, they keep quoting this pastime, saying that Jiva Brahma Aikyam. Jiva going and mixing with the Brahman. Then they quote this saying that, see, Goda Devi, when she married Ranganath, she merged with the deity of Ranganath. How do we explain that?
This is the typical Mayavad interpretation of the pastime. Mayavad, it's a Mayavadi taint. So, what is applicable for the Lord and the eternal consort is not applicable for us. For us, we have to follow the footsteps. We can't imitate. So, Goda Devi, that is Andal, was Bhudevi's manifestation. In every temple of Lord Vishnu, the Utsav Vigraha is accompanied by Sri Devi and Bhudevi. Bhudevi is eternal consort. In Varaha Avatar, the Lord lifted. So in this pastime, Lord lifted and she is eternal consort. So when they come and perform the pastime, it is for us to learn how to follow the footsteps. Tirupavai. In Margashira month, they have the whole month, reciting this Tirupavai, starting with, Margashira is the month where Sri Vaishnava is considered very auspicious. So they do a lot of austerity. So the song, if you read, it talks about Krishna, how to go to, the gopis are going to Yamuna, taking bath, how can we get Krishna? So we should read this sloka and learn how we can do devotion to Krishna. That is what is to be learned. Bhudevi and getting married to Vishnu is an exhibition of, wonderful pastime. How, Krishna reciprocates with the devotee. You cannot say that, like Goda went and merged, I will also merge. This is typical Mayavad. So, nobody in Sri Vaishnava will talk that I will become Goda and they will say that Adiyan. They will say that I am a servant. They will never say equal. This Alvars actually manifested a long time back, even before Ramanujacharya. Almost beginning of Kali Yuga and before Kali Yuga also. They are so great devotees. And everybody will say that how can he become servant? Tad britya paricharaka brittasya britya. 7 times. Kulashekar Alvar says, how can I be servant of the 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 servant? Dasa dasanudas. What a 3 bar, na? Udhar 6 bar 7. So it's all about servant. So pastime of Andal is to learn how we should perform our devotional service, not to imitate how she got married. That is not possible for earthly being. Only for the eternal consorts it is possible. We never would like to do that. So this lack of understanding of the philosophy and the Mayavada merged with that kind of understanding. We can't accept that. Vaishnavas don't accept it.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the nice class. Prabhuji, in Bhagavad-gita, Krishna says that even the wishes of demigods, like those who pray to demigod, I fulfill it. Krishna says, through me it works. So here, Mother Rukmani is praying to Bhavani for Krishna. So is demigods eligible to do something in this process? Like, although Krishna is a sanctioner, have they some role?
See, this is simply a pastime. Mother Durga, Ambika will be more than happy to see. See, Durga is manifestation of Yoga Maya. So, this is, if you go back, then this is the expansion of internal potency. So, Radharani going and praying to Katyayani or Rukmini going to Ambika, these are all just pastime. And what she is asking, this is her natural relation to be established. She is consort of Krishna. Formally to make it happen, but then in the pastime it is happening as if she is going to get married to somebody else. See, it is like in the drama there has to be some kind of suspense and turn of events and things like that. So here, Krishna wants to perform this pastime so that he can show what is his might and what is his right and how can defeat them. All these things are there. So we going to Bhavani and asking for something, these are all different kind of thing than the eternal consort going in front of Bhavani. Nothing. That is not applicable to what Krishna is telling. He is telling, suppose somebody goes to Lord Shiva and says that, how can I engage in service of Krishna? Please give me some money so that I can serve Krishna. very rare. As soon as you get money, you forget Krishna. So that you can discuss about who is giving money. But here, this is a special case. Pastime of Lord Krishna, pastime of his consort, these are all very special case. And in fact, she is going and telling, you are with your eternal consort, let me be with my eternal consort. What is there to grant? She will be happy. I am waiting to see when you are going to get united like that. So where is the thing to be granted? It is already there. It is matter of time, how it can be manifested in the pastime, that's all. So Krishna makes it in a very dramatic way of coming and defeating everybody, snatching it and things like that. Interesting. ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्रील प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे